Good morning, YouTube. I'm having some trouble getting motivated today. Maybe motivated's the wrong word. I'm lying in my tent and I don't really want to get out. But I've only got about 14% battery and my little hand warmer, the charge that it could give my phone isn't that much. And if you can't tell, I'm shivering. So it's time to get up. And every morning while I lie here, getting ready to get up and engage in the cold for a few minutes while I go and sit in that frankly very cold Panera. As I scroll through my comments, I only get a couple of comments in my sleep period. I only get a couple of comments a day, but I scroll through my comments like everybody else first thing in the morning. And I just, the rapidity with which you guys go to insulting a person's intelligence because he thinks something different than you is wild. I would read the whole comment chain, but I just deleted his ability to be able to see my work and my ability to see his comments ever again. Because you don't get to insult me. You don't get to call me a fool for having a different opinion than you. Especially when I have articulated my opinion and you won't give an opinion. I even asked you to explain how I'm wrong and all you said was that I'm a fool. And yeah, that stuff lives under my skin. I'll read it and 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 read it, and I'll just start to obsess over it and let it piss me off. Wants to try to tell me that literature means something more than the obvious. The only example he can use is Orson Welles' 1984, and then he doesn't even realize that the literature that he is writing, that he is creating by commenting to me, demonstrates that he isn't worth reading. Call me a damn fool. You don't know shit. He asked me what impact I expect my writing to have, and I said I expect my writing to have no impact because no one is reading it, and I don't expect anyone to start reading it. In fact, I gave him 2 links to my work, and he didn't read them. And so I asked him what direct impact he thinks 1984 has, and he didn't have an answer. He just told me that I'm a fool because I think it doesn't have any direct impact now. 1984 is a work of fiction that was written in 1949. Published in 1949, written in 1948. And it's about dystopian society where the government surveils everything you do. And so what I asked him is, well, what impact did that book actually have? All of the major nations that exist today aren't not surveillance states. And then he goes on to contradict his own argument that 1984 fixed the future from being a surveillance state by saying that he assumes that I mean they are surveillance states. And then he goes on to explain to me how they all are, in fact. Or he thought that I was saying that they're not, because I used the double negative, aren't not surveillance states. And so what he thought I meant is that they are surveillance states. And then he goes on to say they're not. You contradict yourself.